One. Yep. Okay, wait a minute.
Okay, hello. Hi, Bitzoners. Good evening. Good evening, Britzoners. Thank you so much for joining today's session. And yeah, wherever you are right now, whether you're still at work or you're home already, or maybe you're still at the campus, thank you so much for joining. We really appreciate that. And before we start, it would be very nice if I can see your faces. So if it's possible for you to open your camera, please keep us company, me and also Kai Daniel, so we can see each other better. And also, before we start, I think I would like to ask how you guys doing first. Yeah. I would like to ask from Kak Ghost. Kak Ghost, you there?
Yep, here. I'm here.
Hello, Kak Ghost. Kak Ghost, how you doing? How's your day
Hello
today,
there.
Ghost?
I'm currently out of town because I'm assigned to Cikande, Banten. So I won't be in Jakarta for until further announcement from my office.
Oh, so you're still in Jakarta right now?
No, I'm already in Cikande since last
Oh. How's the weather there,
time.
Kagus? Can you hear me?
Yeah, sure.
How's the weather? How's the weather in your um area? In your area?
Uh, Cikande is actually like Banten in common hot,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, hot but not too hot. You know what I'm saying?
So it's
Like
medium, I
it's a
guess.
dry season, but yeah, medium hot.
I see. Well, yeah, hopefully the weather won't affect your health that much, yeah. Especially in
Amen.
yeah, in I think the weather is currently very unpredictable and that affects people's health a lot. So hopefully we all gonna be healthy, yeah. And thank you so much, Kak Gus, for sharing how was your day. And I think I would like to hear one more from Kak Dian. Kak Dian, you there?
Oh, hello.
Hi, Kak Dian. How are
Hi.
you?
Pretty good. Thank you for asking. How about you?
I'm good as well. I'm good. Well, how was your day, Kak?
It was okay. Nothing much happened today.
Mm-hmm.
I just went to work and come back, and
Ah, I
that's
see.
yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, you're in the Philippines, right, Kak Dian?
No, I'm not. I'm in Thailand.
Oh, in Thailand. I see. How's the weather in Thailand right now, Kak?
Ooh, it's hard to tell. One day it's rainy, the other day it's just sunny the whole day.
I see.
So, yeah, it's pretty weird.
All right. Yeah, it seems like the world's weather is currently unpredictable. So hopefully that won't affect your health that much, yeah, Kak. Hopefully for everyone here, wherever you are.
Amen. Yeah, I do hope so.
Thank you so much, Kak Dian, for sharing. How was your day? And welcome everyone who just joined the session. Welcome to Prison Tuesday class. And yeah, before we get into the main session, I would like to mention one more time. If you're able to open your camera, please kindly do that and keep us company. And you guys can also see yourself in YouTube. Say hi to YouTube if you're opening your camera. And before that, I would like to share some of the information about our beloved community. I am currently sharing my screen, so please do let me know if you guys can see it. Is it visible?
Yeah, it's visible, Kak.
Visible now, but not in like a slideshow mode.
Okay, what about now?
It works, yeah.
All right. Okay then, everybody, welcome to Britzone. And for you who just joined us, or for you who just come back, welcome back. And I'd like to share that Britzone is an free and open platform, the largest free English community in Indonesia. We focus on English education, and we are volunteerism based. Also, running this community, we have our framework for growth. Let's think the first one, where we engage with new knowledge and diverse perspectives. Let's talk. We encourage you guys to actively participate in every session to build speaking confidence. And the last but not least, let's transform, where we encourage you to apply your learning to achieve personal growth and professional growth. And our classes, it's not just this class. The class that you guys are joining is Tuesday class. We have two type of classes. The first one is online, and the other one is offline class. And it always be held on Tuesday at 7 p.m. sharp. And the next one, we have Thursday class. It's an online session for every Thursday at 7 p.m. as well. The other one, we have Saturday class. This one is an offline session every Saturday at 11 a.m. And we have two more. The fourth class is special class. This one is only held once a month, and the type of the class is customized, so it varies. And don't miss it if you see the advertisement. Keep you updated and join. And also, last but not least, we also have Discord class, where the session always be held every Sunday on Discord at 7:30. And to keep the community safe and comfortable for everyone, we highly encourage you to only share respect and share kindness. Please kindly treat everyone with dignity, avoid Sarah and political topics, and also please do seek permission before you guys take any pictures or videos or record any content. Also, we also have the safe space commitment, that we are committed to a safe environment. So if you feel uncomfortable, or if you feel the guideline has been, what is it? Somebody didn't follow the guideline, you can always reach out to any of the committee and let us know, and we will proactively offer the help. Reporting, just like what I said before, if you experience or you see any violations to the guidelines, please kindly reach out to any of the committee or facilitator that you might know. Okay, since we have a lot of classes, don't miss out, and all of the information is available on our social platform. We have Instagram at britzone.id. This is the primary source of information. And also, we also have YouTube, where we live stream all of our online session. And this session is also being live streamed on YouTube. So say hi to YouTube, everybody. And we also have TikTok at britzone.id. We usually post fun updates here, so make sure you follow our TikTok as well. And we have our Discord, where we hold the Sunday session every week at 7:30. And we also have the website, where we have the centralized information about Britzone. You can access it by typing britzone.id. And we would like to say thank you for our partner that we usually held our offline classes. The first one, this one, is the Perpustakaan Kemendikdasmen. We usually held our Tuesday offline class here. And the two places over here is Perpusnas RI and also Museum Mandiri, where our Saturday offline classes usually be held. So These are the 3 places that supports our offline activities. And I would like to share the good news to you too, that we also have our official merch. And for the details, I would like to ask Kak Connie to share with us what are these cuties. Kak Connie, please kindly share with us, Kak Connie.
Okay, thank you so much, Kadea. Okay, hi guys. Because Green Zone in 2026 is have a lot of journeys. So yeah, we also launched our official merch for this year. Uh, we have 4 various of types. There are stickers, which is here with me today. Stickers, we have stickers, and then we have e-money and also plus. If you like to go through somewhere with your with transportations, you can grab it. And then we also have t-shirts. This t-shirt can have 2 colors, ready in 2 colors, maroon and also army. And then the last one, we have 2 types of tote bags. So if you are willing to purchase our product to support our activities, please kindly go grab yours at our link at britzone.id/busymerch26. That's it. Thank you so much, Kade. I will back to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Kak Connie. Well, then, it's so cute. I want to grab mine, so don't miss it. And go grab yours now because it's limited. And yeah, don't miss it. What is it? Access this web now. Okay. And aside of that, we also have another exciting news that we call you guys to grow with us. To join as a facilitator or even a conductor, you can also share what you want to share with us by scanning this barcode, and our team will reach you out. Also, this one, you might have to scan it later for your attendance and also your feedback, because your feedback matters to, yeah, for the brighter future of Britzone. And this one, it's also correlates with the previous one, where we are calling you guys to share what you want to share with the audience, from member to become a speaker or to become a conductor. So if you're interested, do let us know by accessing this link or just simply scan this barcode. So yeah, there's a lot of opportunities that you guys can join with us, and also don't forget to grab the merchandise as well. Okay, I guess that's the announcement. Let me stop sharing my screen. And it seems like everybody has joined a lot, and I can tell that you guys are pretty excited for today's material. So I would not hold you guys for too long. And please let us greet our conductor, which is currently live very far from us. Hello, Kak Daniel.
Hello, Kadia, and everyone.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening from Indonesia, but it seems like it's pretty bright over there, Kak Daniel.
Yes.
What time is
Now
it
it's
here?
7:14 here. In the morning,
40 a.m.
AM.
Wow.
Exactly.
Thank you so much, Kak Daniel, for making your time to be our conductor. And yeah, I guess the time is yours now to share what you want to share with the prisoners here.
Thank you very much. I will share my screen. First, Hagros asked about the workout. Yeah, fortunately, here it's at lunchtime, 2 in the afternoon. So for me, it's a very good schedule. Maybe for Indonesians, it's not. Yesterday, Portugal and Spain played at that time. It was very interesting. Well, thank you very much. for having me here again. My name is Daniel Zafra. I am an internationalist. It's very nice to be here again after 3 years. A lot of things have changed from that time. Now, I am soon to become, I have already become an internationalist, I think, because I have just one semester left where I will prepare my thesis. Right now, I am more fluent in Indonesian, which I found very nice because it allows me to communicate with a broader amount of people. And today I wanted to present this topic that is titled The Role of NGOs in International Relations. This topic was introduced to me last year when I took a subject called International Organizations. My professor asked us to write an essay about what was the role of NGOs in international relations and how they could change the situation in the world. Before taking that course, I honestly thought, I think as most people, that NGOs were just woke organizations with their own agenda that wanted to destroy the values that are within our society. That's what I thought, because that's the image that some media outlets express about the NGOs. However, after reading this book, which I really recommend you a lot if you are interested in international relations, that's called The Globalization of World Politics, An Introduction to International Relations, especially chapter 23, that is called NGOs in World Politics, I discovered that NGOs are actually way more complex than that, and they can achieve a lot of multiple things when they are conducted in a good way. So first, I want to start my presentation with a question. Do you know any Indonesian NGO? Maybe you can open your mic or write it in the chat. When I was preparing this presentation, I found these 3 NGOs. Arus Pelangi, yeah, maybe Daniel Noer wants to reply to my question. Do you know any Indonesian NGO?
Um, yeah, I think UNESCO.
Could you please repeat that?
UNESCO.
UNESCO. Well, UNESCO is actually a part of the United Nations. But yeah, it's kind of confusing, right? NGOs, as you will see later, are groups of people. In UNESCO, actually, countries are represented in that part, in that sub-international organization. It's part of the United Nations. But yeah, I understand it's kind of confusing. NGOs are way more diverse. When I was preparing for this presentation, I found these 3. Arus Pelangi, that it's interested in promoting human rights, apparently, especially within the LGBTQ community. Also, there's Shahaya Guru, that it's more interested in education, in promoting education. And also the Contras, that is also another NGO that is related to human rights. NGOs are everywhere in the world because there are some problems that need to be solved everywhere in the world that are common to all humanity. That's why we have it here as well, in Peru, my country, very far away from Indonesia. We also have NGOs. When I was doing my research for this presentation, I found this one, PAN Perú, ONG para ayudar a la niñez. It's in Spanish, of course. NGO to help the children. And there are also very big and rich NGOs like this one, World Vision, that you may not know, but that actually it's bigger and sometimes can do more things than some governments, as I will explain later. From a technical perspective, an NGO is a voluntary association of people that work for the common good. This means they work to solve a problem that is common within society, problems that maybe the governments do not want to solve. But of course, these NGOs vary according to theme. As you already saw in the examples, there are some NGOs that are more interested in education and other NGOs that are more interested in human rights. They also vary on their functions, how they work. Some NGOs like to organize protests, like Greta Thunberg's NGO, or another NGOs like to lobby. Yeah? They like to influence in governments. Another NGOs just take the problems in their hands and they help directly. That's also common, like World Vision, as you will see later. They also vary according to their size. there are very big international NGOs like World Vision, Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, and maybe other NGOs that you may already know that are present everywhere in the world. They are transnational NGOs and they are huge. They have a lot of money, they have a lot of people working for them. And they are also very small NGOs, local NGOs that may work within a country like PAN Peru here. No? They don't have enough resources, they don't have enough people to go international. That's why they only work here in Peru. Or they might work, let's say, in Latin America or in Southeast Asia, in a smaller territory. Another characteristic of NGO is that they do not seek money. Of course, they need money to prepare their operations, but that's not the main purpose. The main purpose is to do something for the common good. Usually, NGOs come from transnational social movements. This means when society realizes there is a problem that needs to be solved and the government doesn't care or doesn't want to solve it, cannot solve it or doesn't want to solve it, they organize themselves in order to change that situation. That's what happened, for example, with the right to vote for women. 80 years ago, women couldn't vote, which might seem crazy by nowadays standards, but that was real, and the government didn't want to solve that problem. So what happened? Women organized themselves, and they protested strong enough to achieve the right to vote. And that's why now everywhere in the world, or well, almost everywhere in the world, women can vote. Now there are specific NGOs empowering in women empowerment that are taking care of those rights and that will probably never allow those dark times to come back. And NGOs and transnational social movements are different because NGOs have an structure. NGOs have a leadership that you can identify easily. Meanwhile, transnational social movements do not have a leadership. They are more like dispersed. NGOs are way more structured. But how can they do it? And how these NGOs can actually change what's happening in the world? Well, there are many resources that they have. But as I read in this material and following my own experience, I see that NGOs work mainly with trust, also with professionalization and their expertise and experience. Trust is basic in international relations, and I think it's basic in human relations as well. When people trust you, they will listen to you. They will want to collaborate with you. They will take your advice. When you present yourself as someone who deserves trust, then you will probably have a lot of influence. You will have a lot of friends. And that's exactly what happens with NGOs. NGOs are seen as voluntary organizations that are willing to help. And when they are already very big and they have a name by themselves, then governments and people seek them in order to solve some specific problems. Also, they are becoming more professional over time because they dedicate all their time and effort in one activity. They can have a lot of specific staff working within the organization, like the World Wildlife Fund here. You can see an ICLAN that says Career Opportunity, Operations Officer, WWF Indonesia, Palanca Raya. If you are driven by courage, integrity, respect, and collaboration, and are passionate about helping people and nature thrive, become a panda now. Yeah? They are looking for professionals, for biologists, for scientists, maybe for environmental lawyers that can help them achieve their mission. So they have a very huge amount of staff that knows what they're doing and that are expert at what they're doing. Also, of course, this process was not all by themselves, but they also were some circumstances that helped these NGOs have more influence. In the recent era, democratization, for example, when the Cold War ended finally, this fight between the United States and the Soviet Union ended, democratization arose in the world. The dictatorship that used to be in Latin America and Southeast Asia or in Africa started to fall, and NGOs could take a more important place within society. There are also communication technologies. I want you to imagine how NGOs would work not too long ago, let's say 20 years ago, when I was born, for example, in 2001. How would NGO work by that time. They will probably have to write articles for newspapers. They will have to ask for interviews in TV channels. Things that are way more complex than what we have right now. Now they can just make a TikTok, or they can post, like the WWF, a post on Instagram, and it will reach a lot of people. That's how they can also resonate within people, and they can earn a lot of sympathizers for the cause. And another thing that is very important is the participation in the United States, in the United Nations conferences. The United Nations conferences are these diplomatic meetings with a lot of governments reunite together in order to solve the problems that are common to humanity. Let's say poverty, deforestation, global warming. Before the Cold War, NGOs had a very limited participation in these United Nations conferences. But now they are taking a more important role, and they can actually sit next to government representatives. Of course, they can vote, but they can still talk to them, and they can influence how those governments are going to vote, which is something that didn't happen a lot some years ago. So after knowing all of this, do you still think NGOs are useless? In my opinion, not really. NGOs are closer and more popular among people compared to governments. They are also more flexible because NGOs are private entities. They are not from the government. The government, in order to take a decision, has to follow a very complicated process that involves a lot of people. If the government wants to do something, first it has to be approved by the parliament. If it's a democracy, then it has to go to the president. Maybe the president has to send the same file to the Ministry of Defense, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Ministry of Interior, of Internal Security, and things like that. So a decision takes a lot of time. This is not what happens with NGOs. NGOs are private entities, so they can actually work very fast when they see a problem that arises. Some of them also have a huge amount of resources, like World Vision again. I didn't know World Vision before reading this book. But apparently, for 2024, they had a budget of $3 billion to work, which is huge. It's actually a bigger budget than the foreign aid countries like Finland, Austria, or New Zealand have prepared. So they act as service providers in a more effective and trusted way. They are big, they are trusted by the people, and they have enough expertise and people working for them in order to achieve their goals. They are more effective, they are quicker, and they can solve things in a more natural way, in a more effective way, and sometimes in an immediate way. For example, what just happened 2 weeks ago with the earthquake in Venezuela. World Vision posted this Instagram post, emergency appeal, Venezuela earthquake, feed one family for a week for $31. Yeah, just by sending $31 to this NGO, they will probably later organize their staff working there, or they will send people to Venezuela, and they will try to organize all that aid, and give it to the families that need it the most directly. In how many days or in how many weeks? Well, in maximum 1 week, as they say. It's very effective compared to a government. Governments, because they have common compromises with humanity, they also like to give aid. I think every country that is doing Lumayan good have a specific budget in order to give aid to other countries. Peru also gave some aid to Venezuela, but it took 2 weeks in order to arrive. The firefighters were very quick. They went to Venezuela very quick. But the money for the government had to go through a very complicated process in order to go to Venezuela, because it's public money. It needs transparency. It needs a lot of checks and balances. There are lots of checks and balances. There are lots of controls. But this is not what happens with NGOs, because NGOs are private. They can do whatever they want because it's their money, or it's their donors' money. And this is also what happens in another NGOs, like Donate Card in India. We saw this during the Punjab floods. Thousands of people came together to help deliver essentials when they were needed most. As you can see here, the foreign or the NGO worker is just giving what people need in a direct way. He doesn't need to follow complicated process. There's no need of transparency, for example. He just does what he thinks is right, what the organization thinks it's right. And that's why this kind of help is more effective compared to governments. But of course, as everything created by humans and for humans, NGOs are not perfect. And there are some common problems that are present even within these organizations that might seem altruistic. The first one is the fight for resources. Because these NGOs rely mostly on donations, and there's a lot of NGOs recently. The last report that I have seen says that there are 7,000 NGOs registered in the world, so they are a lot. They fight with each other in order to grab attention to the problems, in order to get the money that they need, in order to solve, in order to work, in order to solve the problems they want to solve, in order to work. And there's also a huge disparity in power that is present everywhere in international relations. It's not the same having an NGO in the United States or in Europe than having an NGO in Peru or in Indonesia. Angelina Jolie, for example, she has an NGO and she's very influential, very rich. She lives in the United States. He can get a lot of money from donors who want to fix the reputation through her NGO, and he's doing just fine. Now, in Peru, we don't have an Angelina Jolie who is influential enough to do something similar. So there's a huge disparity on power. Not NGOs can work the same way because not all NGOs have the same resources. Another common problem is that they have their own agendas because the common good isn't a universal term. What is good for some people may not be good for another people. And that's common in all democracies because we are humans are very diverse. We have different opinions. And this also shows in NGOs. For example, the WWF, the World Wildlife Fund, they might fight, for example, mining exploration in forest, but there are going to be some people that are very poor that actually want those kind of projects to emerge because they see them as a way to escape poverty in a quicker way. That happens here, and that happens in Indonesia as well, I believe. Another common problem is that they could be instrumentalized. This means their reputation, their expertise, and their trust can be used by governments in order to legitimize something that in other circumstances wouldn't be very popular. Let's say a country wants to start a mining project in the forest, let's say in the Amazon. Okay? Indonesia has Borneo. Here in Latin America, in South America specifically, we have the Amazon. It's kind of the same. A very huge forest that crosses through a lot of countries. So let's say a country wants to start a mining project there and society refuses. But suddenly the WWF writes a report saying that that kind of project will not affect the environment in the Amazon and will actually be helpful because it will help the animals live in a better way. What happened there? The NGO, their trust, their expertise got instrumentalized. Now the government can rely on the reputation of that NGO in order to go with their project. And this is actually a very common problem that has been subject of a lot of research, starting with this book, Panda Leaks, The Dark Side of the WWF, that says that apparently in a lot of these kind of projects all over the world, the WWF collaborated with governments and used their reputation in order to legitimize something that otherwise would be very unpopular. So after knowing all of this, are they any good? Well, of course, it depends on how you see it. In my opinion, the labor is not merely altruistic, but it is about the advantages they could get in return. And this is not something bad necessarily, because we as humans have needs. There are needs for money because we need to live. There are needs for validation. And this is what happens with NGOs as well. The leadership of NGOs, they do not only want to see us save, they don't want to be seen as saviors. They also want money in return. Non-profit does not mean non-profit with personal objectives, because even though they don't want to have a lot of money, they still want to be able to achieve their goal in the best way. World Vision, for example, has a budget of $3 billion that it's huge. Maybe that's not for the leadership, but they still need it in order to achieve their goals. Also, they would like influence. It's nice sitting next to government representatives in the United Nations. It's very nice. The place is very elegant. There's a lot of luxury there. And you feel important when there's someone from the government, a high-end diplomat, that listens to your advice. That's common as well. And then you also seek that kind of validation. Or prizes, like the NGO Impact Awards. They also want to be recognized as people who are doing good in the world, not necessarily for the people, but also for themselves. Yeah? But even so, their impact in the development of international law and their impact in problems that are happening right now, it's undeniable. There are some problems that the governments do not want to solve, that they cannot solve, and it's the society that has to solve them. This is what happens with voting rights for women. And this is what's happening with a lot of problems everywhere, especially with environmental problems. Governments, apparently, they don't want to solve these kinds of problems. So it depends on NGOs and the society and the organized society in order to solve them. So after knowing all of this, would you like to work for an NGO? If you ask me, I would say yes, because I have studied international relations, and I think working for an NGO will be a great opportunity to apply everything that I have learned through the years. Also because I want to see how international relations work on the field. I have already read a lot of theory, and right now I want to put in practice all the things that I have learned. And hopefully someday that will be possible. If you are trying to study international relations, I really recommend it. If you feel you are good for that, you are good at communication, you are good at languages, if you feel you actually want to do something in the world, I will really recommend you to study international relations, but you have to be very passionate about it and to accept that sometimes connections were way more useful than meritocracy, unfortunately, but that's a reality. Thank you very much for your time, and I hope this was interesting for you.
Okay, thank you so much, Kat Daniel, for your material. It's very enlightening me because myself, I've been hearing the NGO word a lot, but never really know that how they actually run by or work. So thank you so much for that, Kat Daniel. And it seems like Kat Goes is wondering about something more deeper. So for the question, maybe I'll give it to Kagos first. Kagos, you may speak, Kagos.
Thank you for the opportunity, Kadia. So, Kadia, I want to ask a question, or maybe two questions about the NGO. Maybe one. So sometimes NGOs can cooperate with the government when it comes for certain events like helping people, providing medical support, or helping people surviving the disaster and stuff. And do you think that the involvement of the government can affect the people's perception of the NGOs' independency?
Yeah, that's a very complex question, and that's one of the most interesting debates in international relations within this topic. And I would say maybe yes, it will affect the people's perception, but also we need to accept that there's no other way to do it. Because the state and the governments are still the main subject in international relations, and nothing can be done if the government doesn't allow it. So it affects the perception, yes, but it's necessary, unfortunately. That's because it's the only way to work in international relations.
Okay, thank you, Kak Daniel. Kak Guz, do you still want to ask more, or that's enough for you?
Yeah, I think that's enough for me.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Kak Guz,
Thank you
for
for that.
your question, and also Kak Daniel for answering the question. We still have more time, so if you guys are still wondering about the details, you can raise your hand, and I can see Kak Daniel here. Kak Daniel, you may unmute yourself.
Okay,
Go ahead.
thank you, Kak. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. I want to ask to Kak Daniel. We have the same name actually, Daniel. Um, Actually, I want to ask, is it possible for the NGOs to receive funding from the organizations or corporations that doing harm to their causes? For example, like WWF, like wildlife, like World Wildlife Fund, receiving money from mining company. Since mining company is really like dangerous and damaging for environment, right? So I want to know about it. Thank you, Kak.
Thank you very much. Here in Peru, when there are two people with the same name, we call each other tocayo. Maybe that's a curious fact that you would like to know. No? So you can live with a little bit of knowledge. It's written like this. Interesting. So you are my tocayo. Nice to meet you, tocayo from Indonesia. And related to your question, yeah, I think that's possible. And this is actually what has been done multiple times. That's why there's a whole book written about this topic that is called here, Panda Leaks, The Dark Side of the WWF. Because these organizations still need money. They don't want to profit like companies. They don't have financial reports saying how much money they have achieved over the year. They don't have huge salaries. They probably don't have huge salaries as well, but they still need money. They need money for their operations. They need money for to pay their staff. They need money for logistics. They need money for travel. They need money to go to the United Nations and in New York and influence in the governments. So yeah, this is very possible, and it's possible because there's a current and very urgent need of money within NGOs, non-governmental organizations, because there are lots, and competition is becoming more and more aggressive. Everyone wants to get money for their causes. So yes, it's completely possible. And maybe in the future there will be more books like this one, the Panda Leaks, that will expose these kind of corruption cases. Unfortunately, corruption is very difficult to trace, but it happens within NGOs as well.
All right. Thank you so much, Kak Daniel, for answering Kak Daniel's question. You guys have the same name, yeah? So, Kak Daniel, is there anything else that you want to ask to Kak Daniel, or that's all enough?
I think it's enough. But actually, I have a like closing statement. I think it's very sad to see that NGOs, for example, WWF, still receiving funding or money from the organizations or corporations that very harmful for the environment. For example, like mining company or uh, yeah, if you can name it, right? Yeah, I think yeah, it's a kind of bit bribery, I think, but I still don't know about how the NGOs get money and how for NGO to be independently, like financially independent. I think there should be uh solutions for that. That's from me. Thank you, Kak.
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you, Kak Daniel, and also Kak Daniel Quadrat. How do I say that? Both Daniels, which is pretty much familiar with NGO, yeah, I should say. So yeah, thank you so much, Kakak, for sharing. And since we have listened to the material for our amazing conductor, Kak Daniel, once again, thank you so much. It's time for us to discuss about it in the FGD session. But before that, I would like to invite you guys to open your camera first because we will take a picture together. So I'll give you a couple of seconds to get prepared. Put some lipstick or anything that you want and show your pretty faces. We're gonna capture this moment together. And Ka Esther, you might help me.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, Ka Esther.
Alright, guys. Don't hesitate to show your beautiful and handsome face. So I'm going to count 3, 2, 1. Alright, we only have 2 slides in here, so this is the last slide. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, guys, thank you. Back to you,
Thank you so
Kadia.
much. Yes, thank you so much, Ka Esther, for helping me to take the picture. And yeah, this is the time for the FGD session, and you guys gonna be what is it? Separated into several rooms. But if you're not going anywhere, it means that you're gonna stay in the main room. There will be a facilitator that will guide the discussion in each room and also in the main room. And again, Ka Esther will be the one who helped me to assign you guys to the breakout room. So please kindly wait, and you guys are gonna have around 20 until 30 minutes. The facilitator will let you know about the time. And yeah, please have fun in the discussion room.
Have fun in the FGD room, guys. We'll open it now.
So here is the participant for the main room, Caster. Yeah. Okay, I
Yes,
think I got the end. Got it. I hope that you are not get what is it then bored with me to be facilitated with me again, and then we also here have like the part of the BTS Kak Min Yoongi, Annyeong Haseo, and then we also here have Kak Daniel as well, and Kak Miftahul Jannah. Okay, so first of all, I would like to say thank you so much for Kak Miftahul Jannah, Kak Dian, and also Kak Daniel for attending or joining our class. I hope the material um, give you guys benefit. But before it, to break the ice among us, I encourage you guys to introduce yourself first. So you can introduce your name, what you do for a living, if you don't mind, and then after that, you can mention or can tell us what you think about the material. Maybe starting from Kadian first. Kadian, please.
Hi everyone and hello YouTube. So I'm Dian and currently I'm living in Thailand.
Okay, Kadian, what do you think about tonight material?
Well, that was an eye-opening session. I
Hmm?
really appreciate that the speaker delivered that. Maybe for most of us here, we're not really familiar with NGOs, but by having listened to that, at least I get I want to like delve deeper into that. I want to know more about NGOs.
Mm.
But now I think I've got a whole picture of it.
Okay, okay. But have you ever joined NGOs before?
Not really, no, but
Mm.
we have a refugee camp here. So
Oh,
this camp is specifically designed for refugees from Myanmar because of the current situation that is going
oh
on.
yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
I mean, the military is taking over the country. So some
Mm.
people fled the country, and then we have several refugee camps here. And I actually, I've never been there myself, but I often donate my clothes. So whenever I
Mm.
declutter my closet, I would send some clothes to them. Yeah,
Oh, thank you so much for being nice. So I just
this
knew
is the
that,
least that I can do.
yeah, I just knew that Myanmar people are in the Thailand right now. Thank you so much, Kadian, for sharing about that. Okay, now I will give the mic to Kak Daniel. Kak Daniel, please. The screen is yours.
Okay, thank you for the time, Kak.
Mm.
Um, okay, my name is Daniel. You can call me Danny or Daniel.
Mm.
Right now I'm living in South Jakarta and I'm
Okay.
working as high school teacher.
Wow.
Yeah.
So your job is the same as Kadian job also, but I don't know. Kadian also teaching junior high school, if I'm not mistaken, is it? Oh yeah. So have you ever joined NGOs before, Kadian?
Uh, I don't know. I don't know. Is it I mean, is it categorized as NGOs or not? But
Mm-hmm.
before I work as a teacher, I work in a company that
Mm-hmm.
advocate for environment called Green Network Asia.
Okay.
Actually, the company is writing. The goal of the company is to raise awareness about sustainable development goals.
Mm.
Uh, yeah, but actually, I have a dream to work in NGOs. Like, it's still my dream up to this day.
Oh
Yeah,
wow. So NGOs is still your dream, yeah?
yeah,
Working at NGOs. Okay, I hope
yeah.
it will come true to your life. But if not, you also have like the what is it then? The job, mulia job. What is it? The very good job, nice job as a teacher. Thank you so much, Kak Danielle. Okay, so
Thank
I
you,
will
Kak.
pass the mic to Kak Miftahul, the only girl here we have. Hello,
Hello. Hi,
hello.
hi.
Hi, could you introduce yourself, Kak?
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Fauzana and you can call me Mita. I
Mm-hmm.
live in Riau right now,
Okay.
specifically at Pekanbaru, and I'm a freelancer.
Oh, wow. Is it your very first time joining Brizon tonight?
Oh no, I joined uh, britzone a few times before.
Oh, okay. So
Maybe this is my third time.
this is the third time. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you know Brizon before?
Oh, I found it on Instagram, and
Ah,
it's also interesting because you said this is a big community of English learner. Because in my
yeah.
city, I also have a community with the same goals like Brit Zone, but we meet on offline meeting. So
Oh,
to get more
in
know more
Pekanbaru.
about, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, so welcome to Brizon, Kamifta. I hope Brizon will help you to your goals, whatever it is, regarding to English skill or something. Thank you so much, Kamifta. But before that, have you ever
Mhm.
joined NGO before?
No, I don't. But my
Mm.
community did collaboration with NGO before.
Mm.
It's
Okay.
it calls Rumah Paradigma. This
Rumah
is the
paradigma.
NGO who focus with environment issues,
Mm.
specifically about deforestation for
Okay.
mangrove.
Mm. So it's like about the sustainability, yeah, something.
Yeah, and also how to um apa, how to maintain it
Mm.
because we got
Oh.
some issue for deforestation for mangrove right now,
Oh, I
and
see.
we did collaboration
Mm.
for in the on the day of World Environment Day before or
Mm.
last month.
Okay, okay, okay. So it's not just about to plant the mangrove, but also to maintain it. Is it?
Yeah,
True. Okay. Wow, that was very good. Thank you so much, Kamita, for sharing it with us. So,
yeah. Thank you.
everyone, um, I think NGO is not new for all of us, and you guys also has new from the conductor presentation. But I just want to know, do you think that NGOs should collaborate with government or remain independent? Maybe Kadian first. Do you think it should collaborate with government or still um, independent?
Sorry, come again.
Okay. Do you think NGOs should collaborate with government or independent? Maybe according to funding, yeah.
Okay, so based on the presentation that has just been delivered,
Mm,
the involvement of the government in NGOs might sometimes be needed, especially during hard times, especially now with the inflation, it is hard to, find fundings from companies. So when the companies fail to fund these NGOs, then yes, we need to resort to the government.
mm,
Otherwise, maybe the NGOs might stop operating. So I think if there is no other choice, then asking for funds from the government, then the involvement of
mm.
government is necessary here.
But okay, so I just want to correct. This is like the because of the current situation that we face right now. But ideally, what do you think?
Ideally, see, this is me. I have little knowledge about NGOs, honestly, but
Mm,
I wouldn't want governments to get involved in NGOs
mm,
because, like, as the speaker said,
mm,
it could be instrumentalized. Like the government will take benefits from, like it can increase their reputation by
mm,
working with some NGOs, especially like big NGOs that have big
mm,
names in
mm,
on international stage. So I don't think it would be ideal for governments to get involved in this case.
mm,
But um, in times of need, like again, lack of
mm.
funding, of course, the involvement of the government is needed.
Wow, okay, sir. But I'm really curious. Is it also hard? Is it Thailand also facing the same as Indonesia? Is it, or you just like seeing from Indonesia politics right now?
Uh, Sorry, what do you mean by that?
Ah, so is it because you said that we face this kind of situation with the government? Is it
Hmm.
is Thailand also facing the same as Indonesia? Because right now we are facing a very hard situation in Indonesia to regarding to the politics in our government.
Well, that's an interesting question, honestly. So,
Mm,
as far as I'm concerned, there are not many cases here that need
mm,
NGOs involvement.
mm,
So yes, we do have some NGOs, but mostly they deal with refugees,
mm,
people fleeing their countries because
mm,
they Also, Thailand is one of the countries where people, go to when they escape their countries, not just Indonesia. So I've most of the donations that these NGOs collected, especially like the social movements that people have here, the donation go to other countries instead of Thailand itself. Because here I think the government is doing well with helping the people because we have like a monthly financial aid, so we don't have to worry about that. Uh, but still, we have NGOs, that can help people from other countries. So yeah.
Oh, wow. Wow. That's new information and also new knowledge for me. Thank you so much, Kadian, for sharing. So I'll pass the mic to Kak Danielle. Hello, Kak Danielle. Hi, Kak Danielle. Are you still there? Or maybe I'll pass. Hello,
Uh,
Kak.
Kak,
You,
can I pass?
no, no.
Um, yeah.
So regarding to the question, do you think NGOs should collaborate with government or it still remain independent?
Okay. Can I pass? I mean, you can pass the mic to the other person first.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for confirmation, for the confirmation. Okay, so I will give the mic for Kak Miftah. Hello.
Hello.
Do you still remember the question or I should repeat it
Yeah,
once more?
yeah, I still remember.
Okay.
So in my opinion, I
Mm,
think NGOs still need to be independent
mm,
because I see the how NGO uh try to inform the issue of
mm,
environment from Roma paradigma before,
mm,
and mostly that there's a correlation from the issue of environment with our
mm.
government policy. Like
Oh,
you can
okay.
say what happened with Aceh before, and
Mm,
if
okay.
government contribute for NGO for the funding, I think it couldn't be good
Mm.
because
Oh, because of the
yeah,
policy
it's a yeah
regulation.
yeah the
Okay.
regulation because the goals of NGO that I know from Roma Paradigma is
Mm,
to inform the society about the
mm,
problem or issue in environment, and they
mm,
always try to do publication
mm.
for and also educate our society about how important environment
Oh,
without
right.
any um, including government thing like politics or
I
kind
see.
of it. So that's why I think NGO need to be independent.
Oh, so it's to prevent the conflict interest, yeah, between
Yeah,
the NGO and also the government. Okay, so sorry if correct me if I'm wrong. So Rumah Paradigma focuses on sustainability, but not specifically in planting or maintaining mangrove. Yeah, as long as it's for sustainability, they
yeah,
will go for it.
yeah. Because the one of
Mm,
the issue of mangrove right now
mm,
because the deforestation
mm,
and it's also can impact in the future if we don't do anything for now,
okay.
and they try to
Mm,
educate people that we
mm,
need to conservate conservative about
mm,
mangrove,
okay.
and because uh, we cannot do it they cannot do it alone as
Mm,
NGO. They need the society, they need people to also implementation the same
mm,
thing and the same goals of
mm.
awareness of environment.
Oh, okay. But Kak Mifta, it's just cross for my mind. I'm just curious about how they educate the people about planting or sustainability.
Oh, so far that I know
Mm,
from open discussion before with them,
mm.
they do publication like journal,
Oh, okay.
and also they open for collaboration with community. Like one of that is my community before,
Okay.
and they also have there's another community, not
Mm,
only Rumah Paradigma, who
mm,
also have same goals about environment. So they
mm,
try to do collaboration with every single community with the small
mm,
group, and then try to make it more big so the
mm,
issue can get into every single person in the region.
mm.
And also they try to post it on Instagram specifically that I know.
Oh, wow, that's really good. That's really good. That's really good. Thank you so much, Kamifta. Thank you so much. I
Yeah,
hope
thank
Rumah
you.
Paradigma and all and your community as well can create a big change to the world and to the future as well. Thank you so much, Kamifta.
Thank you, Kak.
Okay, so Kak Daniel, are you ready? Or if you're still in the middle of something, please let me know when you're ready. Ah, you're ready
Um,
now.
yeah, I think I can give a brief,
Hmm?
uh, yeah, about the topic.
Okay.
Uh, for me, I think the collaborations between the government and also the NGOs is very beneficial for both,
Hmm.
since the government still has an interest in maintaining uh, social welfare, right? Like for example, in natural disaster or elevating the quality of educations, they need other actors like NGO to promote and
Hmm.
also to help them to gain more attentions maybe,
Oh,
or
okay.
like make a better program.
Hmm. So the government still need the platform to raise the awareness towards specific things, yeah.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
think that is. Yeah, I think it is.
Oh, wow. But so you still think that governments, the NGOs still have a change, or is it a good opportunity to for them to be collaborate with government? Yeah, because like this is like symbiosis mutualism between the government and also the NGO.
Yeah. Yeah. As you said, that it is symbiosis mutualism, since
Mm,
like the government still hold an authority, right? Or for example,
mm,
if we want to raise awareness in
mm,
some pilot area like in
mm,
Kalimantan or Papua, I think it is better for the NGOs to
mm,
collaborate with local government so they can make a program that is more efficient,
mm,
and then more like targeted. Yeah.
mm. Wow, thank you so much. So following question, Kak Danielle, we know that NGOs' vision is most of them, if we can take the summarize, the vision is to save the world. But do you think NGOs always help people sincerely or they sometimes have other goals?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Do you think NGO always help people sincerely or do they sometimes have another goals?
I think everyone, beside it is NGO or not, we
Hmm?
have our own interests.
Yeah,
I think it's
couldn't agree more.
human nature.
Mm,
So maybe as Daniel said, that
mm,
NGO, they don't focus on profit.
mm,
They help certain causes that become their focus. For
mm,
example, environment or health or educations. But
mm.
then still they will get some beneficial benefit from
Ah,
the program that they help.
mm.
Okay.
It still always get back to themselves, yeah, as a person. They're still have another goal.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Kak Daniel. So What is your
Yeah.
answer, Kak Dian? Do you think NGO always help people sincerely, or do they sometimes have another goal?
Well, I think it's okay if you have your personal objectives
Mm,
when you join an NGO, as long as that doesn't conflict, the public's interest.
mm,
Um, I mean, I happen to know some people who
mm,
deliberately join some NGO to
mm,
actually enhance their portfolio because,
mm,
it's gonna look good on the portfolio,
mm,
and they can use the portfolio to apply for master's degree overseas, or maybe, to apply for scholarship, right? To
mm,
show that you demonstrate leadership and then compassion,
mm,
this kind of things, those values that, you know, um, these scholarship organizers want to see from you.
mm,
So that is okay, I have nothing against that as long as you still do, or you still contribute to the community or the society
mm.
sincerely. I mean,
Okay.
uh, but if your solid intention of
Mm,
joining an NGO is to make money, then I think that is not a place.
mm. Okay. Okay. It's sometimes making this as a business, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay, okay. Good, good. Thank you, Kak Dian. But uh, if you have a change to create one of the NGOs organization, what will you make in which aspect is your interest?
That would be in something that I'm passionate about, which is
Mm,
education.
okay.
I mean, me joining Britzone, I think can count as, can count as, giving back to the society because
Yeah.
here we are running this platform based
Yeah.
on volunteerism,
Yeah.
right? We're
Mm,
not gaining any financial benefits here.
yes, that's
So,
true.
um, but maybe if I were the one to run it or to create it
Mm,
from scratch, I would
mm,
create a platform where uh, I could give free education for
mm,
children who really need it. Because right now, according to um, United Nations, there's still around 278 million
mm,
children and
mm,
people, young children,
mm,
who are out of school. It is just
mm,
so
yeah.
sad that
Yeah.
education is still a privilege for some people.
Mm.
So maybe that's one thing that I want to focus on if I, had a chance to create my own movement.
That was such a pure intention of you, Guardian. But I just want to know, according to education, do you have a strategy or to run this NGO? You will focus only for what is an academic things or to build the character things? Do you have any
I've
strategy
I've
about
I've
it?
never really thought about it, but right now, what I can do as a teacher is actually instilling a love for learning
Hmm?
in my students, and also try to teach my students about compassion, because this is something that is really needed nowadays. When you're
Yeah.
compassionate about others, you can emphasize and sorry, you can empathize with others, and then you're gonna make actions. You're gonna take action. So by teaching them that we share this planet with the other billions people, right? So we share the same struggles. So when
Mm,
we see children from other countries, for example,
mm,
are not as lucky as us to be at school today, then
mm,
we should try, to be more grateful
mm,
and do whatever we can. I mean, even a small action counts, I
mm.
guess, nowadays. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Small action counts. Thank you so much, Kadian. That was such a quote from you. But I hope you will be heard with so many people about your intention, and I hope someday you will
Mm,
create that kind of NGO. If you need one, yeah, you can call Bridge Donors here, yeah. Because
mm.
Kamifta also agree with your opinion about education. Do you also wanted to build one, Kamifta, as Kak Dian? If you have a chance to build NGO?
I want to.
Oh,
I
okay.
have,
Why?
yeah, because I feel like education is really important right now
Hmm, couldn't
because
agree more.
that's one of the way that you can
Hmm,
change your life too.
hmm,
For some people, it's not easy to get information about
hmm.
education that
Yeah.
they too scared to dream big
Hmm,
because we have a lot of problem right now, especially for
hmm,
economy
hmm,
in Indonesia, and not all kids have
hmm.
education. And I also concerned that a simple like uh in Indonesian we learn English since we were in um
Elementary, yeah.
elementary school, or
Yeah.
some kids get studied in kindergarten, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Hmm,
but at the end when I met with one of foreigner, they asked
hmm,
me like why
hmm,
Indonesian people cannot speak English. Like, oh really,
hmm,
why do you think like that?
hmm,
Like, yeah, you guys already learn about English since you're
hmm,
kids, but why some people cannot implement it? And I mean
hmm,
like, oh yeah, I also concerned about that question right now because in Indonesian, we don't have a safe space
hmm.
to speak in English. People really
Oh,
easy to judge each other, like, so
oh,
English or
yeah.
kind of that.
Oh,
And that's
okay.
also the thing that my community tried
Hmm,
to develop
hmm,
and give the space for everyone who want to learn English and feel free to not without judgment. You can speak freely in here, and that's the one thing that I try to involve people in because yeah, I know we have a lot of problem, but at least we can make the small movement to get the small impact.
Oh my God, Kamifta, we Brizoners are really proud to have you
Oh my
here
god, thank
with
you.
that good intention, and I hope you will spread um big impact, more impact to your surroundings. First thing first,
Oh,
and a
thank
big
you.
and more bigger than right now. But maybe I would like to ask the Kadian and also Kamita, since you guys also focus on education. Do you ever maybe come to the analysis what is the root cause of this um, education opportunity education problem? What is the root cause of all of this? Is it because of the government, or what is it? What is the root cause of all of this? Kadiana maybe Kamista?
You want to answer, Kak? Because
Well,
it's really
the way I see it, poverty this is the root cause for so many children are still out of school nowadays. It's
Mm,
simply because maybe their parents cannot afford to send their kids to school,
mm,
and the government just doesn't do anything about it.
mm.
Yeah,
agree.
yeah. I
Too
think
many
that's
roads,
the main problem.
actually.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the main
Yeah,
problem.
too many roads.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, this is about the privilege thing. Thank you so much, Kadian, and also Kamifta, because everyone coming back again to main room. Thank you so much. There's very good discussion with all of you, and welcome back again, all listeners. I will give back the mic to our MC, Kadia.
Okay, thank you so much, Kak Dega, and thank you, prisoners. How was the discussion, everybody? I was listening to the discussion in the main room, and it was very wholesome. And yeah, as Kat goes said, yeah, on the chat box, you know the word. And what is the word? Need more
We
money.
need more time.
Yes, exactly. More money is also applicable for me. I guess it's for you too, yeah? But yeah, in Britain, we always need more time. But yeah, unfortunately, we have limited time. But since I only listened to the discussion in the main room, I would also like to hear how was the discussion in the breakout rooms. So maybe I'll pick one of you to share how was the discussion in your room. Kak Uki, could you please pick one representative from your room to share?
Okay, thank you so much because I just have two members on my room is Kak Bagas and also Kak Putri, and I choose to Kak Putri. Hello Kak Putri, are you there? Kak Putri, are you still in here? Okay, I think Kak Putri is already left. Maybe Kak Bagas. Kak Bagas, are you still in here? Okay, oh my gosh, it's very so sadly. Our members is already left, Kak Dea. Oh my
It's all
gosh,
right. I think they're
sorry.
sad because they want more time, but they can't. So they just
Yeah.
don't want to show their sadness. But maybe you can just brief us, Kak, how was the discussion going?
Okay, I think the discussion is going as well because we talk about NGO because in here I'm university student and my members is already works and yeah the members is already works and the members is already join NGO and I really learned so much from them, right? And then I asked to what should I do as a university student, right? Because they already have so many experience. I asked to them and I got so much insightful from them. Thank you so much. That's it. It's a very great discussion.
Oh, glad to hear that. I would like to hear more of the discussion. So, yeah, once again, thank you, Kak Uki, for sharing. And I would like to hear from Kak Ririn's room. Kak Ririn, could you please ask one of your members to share with us? Kak Ririn, are you there? Okay, it seems like Kak Ririn is very sad that she needs more time and she wants more time with the members. So maybe Kak Silmi, could you please ask one of your members, discussion
Okay.
member?
Hi, Kak. I think the member in my room is not here anymore. Like it was
Okay.
Kak Ahid, only one person in my room. But the discussion was quite interesting with her. She had experience joining NGOs for but just couple of times not being the committee or something like that. And then like she quite active to join volunteering activity like help people in a when they what is it when there is a disaster, so she came to help there. And then like she also what is it yeah, she just loved to do volunteering activities since high school, which is something admirable. And she has like a lot of energy for that. I think that's all I got.
I see. Thank you so much, Kak Silmi, for sharing. It seems like everybody has a very nice and wholesome discussion, yeah? And I would like to hear one more, I guess. I would like to pick Kak Belinda. Kak Belinda, could you please share how was the discussion in your room and who is your facil?
Howdy, Kak. My vessel is Kainun.
Okay. Please kindly share, Kak. How was the
Oh my
discussion?
god. Okay. So thank you so much, brother, for this opportunity. Actually, since in our room, just three of us, Kainun, you and me. Uh, and I really want to thanks first for Kainun because the question is really triggering about the NGO itself. And for me, I just have had a lot of new information about NGO that I just know about the community, but NGO, I believe that NGO is the bigger community, right? And we talk about the advantage and disadvantage about NGO itself that I highlight that there are so many advantage from NGO. One of them is about to help people with their movement, right, with a good purpose. And I guess the highlight also about the disadvantage is if this NGO cannot how can I say it? They don't have any discrete purpose, or perhaps they don't have any strong mentality to stay with their own purpose, the first purpose. I guess there are a lot of many people that want to take an advantage about that NGO, and it will be perhaps in a bad way in the end, something like that. So I just highlight about uh if you really want to build your own NGO, I guess you have to be train your own how can I say community first, because yeah, there are a lot of obstacles and problems to build this NGO like that. And
I
thank you so
see.
much for Kain and Kayo. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, glad to know that the discussion in your room went really well. And it seems like you guys have a very deep discussion. Yeah, it's very deep. And yeah, as someone who is not really how do I say it? Familiar with NGO. The thing that you shared just now is very beneficial for me, like a new information for me. So thank you so much once again for sharing. And yeah, I would like to hear more from you, but since we have limited time, I think it's time for us to hear again to from our conductor, Kak Daniel, for sharing his closing statement. Kak Daniel, could you join with us again?
Yes, thank you very much for attending. I think it was a very interesting discussion, especially with my tokayo, Kak Daniel from Indonesia. I think he has very interesting opinions. I have listened to the FGD session there in the main room. Well, I hope this kind of gave you a little bit more knowledge about how NGOs work and try to realize that we as civil society are not useless after all. The governments are still more important, but we can still organize a change within international relations if we really want to. We only need to be organized and work together as a team. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much, Kat Daniel, once again for the material. And also thank you so much, Britzoners, for the discussion and all of the informations that you guys have shared. Well, yeah, time do us part. We need more time, but time do us part, unfortunately. So once again, I would like to say thank you so much. And I would like to also remind you to fill in the feedback link on the chat box. I have sent it on the chat box. Your feedback matters, so please fill that in. And yeah, with that, I think I would like to please excuse myself. I am Dea, the MC for today, and I'll see you guys again on our next classes on Thursday, Saturday, special class, Discord, and I'll see you guys around. Bye bye. Bye, YouTube.
Bye, yeah, everyone.